Help support our coverage using Blueberry, the community that gives creators the ability to make money, get detailed audience measurements, and host their audio and video. Get 30 days to try out the service using promo code Blueberry004. That's BLUBRRY004.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Don Bain. Nice to meet you, sir.
I'm René from OneThird. Thank you.
Okay, tell me about the other 2/3. René from OneThird. What are we doing?
What we're doing. So
let me just move this up a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, so 1/3 of all food is wasted.
Okay.
40% of that is fresh produce.
Pretty nasty.
It's really nasty, and it's killing the planet, the climate, because all the, let's say 10% of all the greenhouse gas emissions is caused by food waste. And we aim to prevent that by making internal quality of food visible and actionable.
Okay. And how are you going to do that?
Yeah, so we use a scanner. We scan through produce, through fruits, and we determine the internal quality of the fruits.
Really?
And we do that for a number of produce. We do it for avocados, strawberries, blueberries, tomatoes. Working on adding another 10 fresh produces, so mangoes and stuff.
And where are these scanners located? Where would they be?
They would be in supermarkets, in grocery stores.
Oh, really?
But also
so point of purchase, basically.
Point of purchase, but also further up the supply chain. So we have different scanners. The one we're launching here at CES is the avocado ripeness checker, where you can check the ripeness of your avocado without pinching them, because pinching avocados to determine ripeness actually ruins the avocado.
Right, it damages it.
It damages it. It turns into a brown spot, and you can toss it out. So we use a non-destructive method with light. We force light through the avocado, analyze what's coming back, and then we say this one's still firm. Wait a couple of days, but this one's ready to eat for salad or for guacamole. So you know which ones to pick without damaging the fruit.
I would imagine there's a lot more waste generated with that than not, only because if I'm making this up, I just 500 avocados and I'm a supermarket and now I'm going to have you analyze them, I might find that 300 right off the bat are
what you can
not good.
What you can then do, if you find ones which are turning too critical,
yes,
you can mark them down to sell them at a lower price, so they get sold instead of tossed.
I'm just being the devil's advocate here.
Of course you are.
Now, what happens if I do that, I'm losing profit because I paid X amount, I'm anticipating making whatever the margin is. Now I'm going to sell it at a not a loss, but a lower amount to get rid of it. Whereas if I didn't know it was damaged, I could sell it at the full price anyway, because no one's going to know.
No one's going to know, but they will know when they cut them open at their home. So
well, that happens every day.
It damages your brand. So I think if you use our scanner.
Fair question.
It is a fair question,
okay,
and we get the question all the time. So
okay,
we're not in the game to actually cause more rejections of fruit. We want to make it insightable so you don't have any surprises after the fact. So for the avocados, we determine ripeness. But for other produces, such as strawberries, blueberries, we're higher up in the supply chain, where growers sample a sample of their picking, and then we predict remaining days of shelf life.
Does it work backwards? Does it help the growers say, geez, this is not, I'm having too many bad blueberries, I need to do this, needed more moisture, whatever?
Exactly.
It does work in the reverse.
It can help them to better manage their growth, to make smarter decisions. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Because shelf life can vary from batch to batch. So one day you can have a picking which has 8 days of shelf life, and the next day you can have a batch which has 3 days of shelf life. And you want to act upon that, so you want to know that. Currently, batches are sent thousands of miles across the country randomly. So you want to make sure that the ones you send farther out have additional days of shelf life, and the ones with shorter days of shelf life you want to keep close and sell locally.
Well, not to be a pain, but to me it just seems that like civilized countries will be all for that. You're going to still have countries all over the world that could care less what it is.
I think everybody wants fresh produce to be fresh.
You know, I remember way back, probably before you were born, I used to live in Boston for a long time, and they used to have a place called Haymarket Square, which was downtown in Government Center. And every weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but Saturday and Sunday were the big days. So wherever you live, you take the train, the MTA, down into the bowels of the city, and they had all the fresh produce, you know, like from the old days, the old fresh market. And they had the the wheelbarrows full of apples and pears and everything. And man, I used to love going there. But after a while, after about 2 years, I figured out, all the good stuff is on top, and they'll let you take a bite of the apple. But when you go to bag it, they bag it, and they dig down deep, and the stuff is nowhere near what it was on the top. You know, your scanner would have prevented that.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about making the stuff insightful. So shelf life is currently only known after the fact. We want to make it sure it's known before.
So is it just fruits and vegetables?
Yes, currently we do. We focus on fruits and veggies because that's causing 40% of all the fresh produce, of all the food waste.
Your next thing would be meat, perhaps? No, I don't know.
There's still a lot to win in the fresh produce department, so we're focusing on that for now.
And you're here at CES. Who would be your potential customer? Who do you want to see at CES?
Yeah, we target retailers, so retailers and their supply chain. So retailers, distributors, growers, suppliers of fresh produce.
I would imagine it would be an excellent thing for a supermarket to sign up with and advertise that our fruit is scanned, it's fresh.
That's actually happening already in Canada.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. So our avocado scanner is being used by store employees in the store to pre-sort avocados and actually put them on a separate display with
They've
signage.
had a lot of problems with avocados.
Avocado is the #1 problem. Everybody knows what the problem with avocados is, and everybody tries to circumvent that with by pinching, and that ruins the avocado.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. All right. So if people wanted more information about your company, where would they go? Yeah,
you can visit our site at OneThird.io, but you can also visit us at CES. We're at the Dutch Pavilion on the Eureka Park. I think it's 62100.
Okay.
And we're at the edge, at the corner of the booth.
All right, René, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you so much for your time.
Fascinating product. I learn so much. I do 2 hours every morning, and it's just amazing the things that I learned that I just never knew existed. It's fascinating. So your company does good things for people, and I'm going to get fresh fruit. I'm all for it.
Glad to be of help.
Okay, thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.